gentlemen, this is the secret dump of the Endless Honeymoon podcast.
Is this dump 11?
Dump number 10.
We dropped a deuce.
Nope, 10 is not deuce.
Oh,
Deuce is 2.
A Diaz?
A Diaz. Yes, Diaz.
We dropped a Diaz.
Is that what it is? Una, dos, she's hand counting in Spanish. Una, dos, tres, cuatro, cinco, seis, siete, ocho, nueve, diez. We dropped a diez. Well, the results are in about my pitch for 4 times Doritos.
I mean, this is so revolting. I don't even know why we're still talking about
You can say that it's revolting, honey, but I have gotten more emails and more response about, and almost all of them have been positive.
All right, let me just fill people in. Moshe feels like he likes to inhale the dust from chips.
This is not how I would pitch this.
And then when there's like Dorito crumbs at the bottom of the bag, sometimes he'll like gulp on them for like a half of a movie.
No, that's not the pitch at all. The pitch is for a brilliant product called 4 times Doritos. And it's Doritos that are sprayed 4 times with the nacho cheese dust. They have 4 times.
So that there's more dust when you're like snorting it.
We've all had that experience of eating Doritos, and all of a sudden you get one of those God Doritos. You know, one of those special ones that somehow got like stuck in the machine and got like coated.
Dude.
And it's soft a little bit.
You play too many video games.
Slightly wet and soft, and it just
disgusting.
crumbles in your mouth like a piece of beautiful French cheese. Even the people that agree with you agree with me. Here's one. Says Natasha is right. This is from Shannon Lee. Says Natasha is right that drinking the chip dust is gross, but I'll still take a pallet of 4 times Doritos and we'll do shots of that dust. Hell yeah. So even the people that agree with you know that I'm right, and that is a beautiful, beautiful thing. I got an email here. Dear Natasha and Moshe, I just listened to Secret Dump number 8 and I feel compelled to weigh in on the cheese dust issue. I am a professor of marketing at the University of Michigan, and I discussed the example of cheese doodles in class. They recently redesigned their packaging, and after lots of long meetings and late nights, they decided to show the cheese dust along the border of the doodles. They wanted to make it subtle enough so that it wouldn't upset people like Natasha, uptight prudes, but still be an effective dog whistle to connoisseurs like Moshe.
Wait, we have to post this picture on our podcast Instagram.
So the dust can be appealing.
So they photographed it on the cover with just a little bit of dust around it.
So he says, so the dust can be appealing, but it has to be highlighted tastefully. Love the show, Scott Rick. Well,
what about when people like suck it off their fingers?
Oh, that's a nice feeling.
That's disgusting.
You can actually scrape it off your fingers if you get a nest.
Okay,
here's one on your side.
Oh, which one?
Right there in front of you.
Hello, I am 100%.
No, not that one. The one before it. Right there. It's on the same piece of paper.
Oh. It's obviously vile.
Tyson Indie Rock Steve on Instagram weighs in and just says, it is obviously vile.
I like him. He sounds cool.
You want to read the next one?
I agree. Okay. Here's one. Hello, I am 100% with Moshe re chip dust. Sometimes I'll lick all my fingers and jam them in there at the end of the bag. This seems too dark for me. And at the end, or I'll hide in the bathroom so my wife doesn't see me vacuuming it to my face. And when I eat the actual chip, I always inspect it to see which side got the good dust. Oh my God, that sounds like you.
No, read it in the parlance that he brought it forth in. I always inspect it to see which side got that good dust.
So I can place that side on my tongue.
And this guy is a dude.
Sounds very sensual,
no,
to be
listen,
honest.
This guy, I actually think has a little more rhetorical authority than the last guy, Professor Scott Rick, because I'm looking at his handle and his name is Jargs Barfman. And if I'm not going to take advice from Jargs Barfman, who am I going to take advice from?
Okay, here's a critical point. The problem with 4 times dust is that the chips themselves already have the right amount of flavor.
Wrong.
You wouldn't want them to have 4 times more. You just want extra dust at the bottom.
Incorrect.
The solution is to keep the same amount of flavoring, but include a separate packet of extra dust. Oh, kind of like a bouillon ramen pack.
Yeah.
With you that you can drink after you're done with the bag.
Okay.
Or like Pop Rocks.
I like what this guy's thing, or like a Lick-O-Maid. You know, Lick-O-Maid, you sprinkle it on. No, but I like what this
Okay.
guy's thinking because I like that he's pitching stuff, but he's wrong. It's not the right amount of flavor. And the evidence is clear. When you get one of those special chips, it's like a really ecstatic experience. You're like, ooh, I got one of those chips. What if every chip was one of those chips?
I don't have that kind of relationship with snacks.
Well, this person does. 4 times Doritos would absolutely sell out. There is no reason to eat Doritos other than to suck the dust off your fingers after. Sign me the fuck up. And then we had a lot of people talking about flavor blasted goldfish. I got a lot of that. I don't find flavor blasted goldfish to be. First of all, I find the goldfish to be an inferior snack. Period. They're for kids, and you also get that weird, gross paste in your mouth if you eat too many. But I don't find the flavor blasted ones to be that flavorful, to be honest.
I hear you.
Okay, read the next one, Tosh.
Okay, just one more. I can't read anymore.
Come on,
I'll read one more. Hi, Natasha and Moshe. I usually side with Natasha, but I'm with Moshe on this one 100%.
Thank you.
I am an avid Dorito dust seeker. The chips with the most dust are the best bang for your buck calorie-wise. So he agrees with the last guy, too. I don't waste calories on cheap-ass, flavorless, plain corn chips. You say this all the time, Moshe, and you shouldn't either. Ew. Give me that rich dust flavor. Cooler Ranch is a bonus. Shoes off, dust on. I love you both.
I like that. I like this.
So, okay, the dust though. Okay, I
No,
hear you.
listen. She's giving you a win here. Jenny Nguyen, shoes off,
Yeah, no, I get it.
dust on. This is a person that is siding with you.
She's siding with me on another conversation we had that I think that people should take their shoes off in the house.
By the way, not to
when there's an infectious disease.
not
and
to
a
reopen
pandemic,
that. Not to
and
reopen
it's
that.
8 month.
Not to reopen that sore subject. And I want to play some secrets, but I did get I did get a map of the world. There's a map of the world that is a shoes on, shoes off map of the world. Let's see if I can find this. But isn't that cool? We're not the only people having this conversation.
Is America shoes on or shoes off?
It's definitely shoes on, big time. Hold on, let me see if I can find it.
Are you sure?
Yeah. Let me take a look here. I'll find it. Shoes on. Some people sent it to me, but it disappeared. Don't make the cutting it. Unbelievable.
I hate when I'm listening to a podcast and I'm like, oh, let me just like try to figure out what this.
Natasha's literally making we're gonna edit that hand to our producer
Well,
while I'm
I'll
talking.
forget and like, you know.
Well, maybe now that we've riffed on you making the. Okay, here we go. World map of tradition of removing shoes in home. Green, shoes removed. Blue, shoes not removed. So it's not the whole world. I'm seeing a lot of countries in Africa. Pretty much all of every place but North Africa is shoes on. All of Latin America, South America, Central America, Mexico, and the United States, all shoes on. Australia, shoes on. And then there's a glob in Europe that, unfortunately, these are not listed.
What's Canada?
Canada is shoes off. It is shoes off.
Sensible.
I'm seeing Greenland. Unfortunately, these countries are not listed by name, so I'm having to like see what countries I know just by geography. I'm seeing Greenland here is shoes on. Shoes on in Greenland. A lot of ice.
What about
get that.
Italy?
Italy is shoes on. Italy is shoes on. Sorry to break it to you, but Italy is in my. So there's a little area. France is saying shoes on. We got the shoes on in France. Let me see what else. Okay, Antarctica, shoes on. A lot of ice.
So I want to know where the shoes off are.
Shoes off. I wish these were Russia is shoes off. Much of Europe is shoes off. Okay. The shoes on, I believe, is, if I'm looking correctly, that's Saudi Arabia is shoes off. But then all of the stuff like to the east of that, so I'm thinking those are the Bekistans and the Irans and Bekistans and places like that. Unfortunately, they are not listed, but they look like they are shoes on. But look, all of the green, you can look it up. All of the green is shoes off. All of the blue, it's basically like red state, blue state. Half the world is in my camp. Half the world is in yours. But you know what brings us all together?
What?
Secrets.
Let's listen to one.
Let's do.
Hey guys, I have a secret for you here. I know Moshe wanted to hear the weirdest things people have done during self-quarantine, so here's mine. Before this nightmare started, I would masturbate into toilet paper, and obviously I can't be doing that anymore. So the other day I went into my closet and I found an old shirt that I haven't worn in years, and I used that to clean up, which I don't think is too weird. But my muscle memory kicked in, and I threw the cum-covered T-shirt into my toilet. Thankfully, the noise it made snapped me out of autopilot before I could flush. But I would say of the thousands of times I've washed my hands since this all began, the one that followed that rescue mission was by far the most intense. And yeah, I just hope I'm not patient zero for the next big disease. Thank you guys for continuing the show from your bunker. Stay safe and keep your clothes out of the toilet.
What would be that disease? It's like another victim to the cum toilet water virus.
He sounded like the audio porn guy.
Yeah, he did have a voice for radio. Stay safe, stay proud, and keep your clothes out of the toilet. Signing off.
Okay, let's hear another one.
Hi, Natasha and Moshe. I'm a big fan of the show. I just wanted to call in with a secret. So I actually was listening to your episode about with the secret dumps, and it's regarding the Jim Carrey Sexual Awakening series of secrets. And I want to say that I actually also had it, but to a different movie of Jim Carrey called Bruce Almighty, where he's pulling the moon closer and Jennifer Aniston's in the bathroom, seemingly getting aroused by that. And that was sort of the beginning of, you know, my sexual awakening as well. So sorry that this keeps going, but you're welcome.
This is crazy. Because wasn't
Poor Jim Carrey. He's like every 12-year-old's first like orgasm.
I wish we could get in touch with Jim Carrey and see. I'm gonna email his agent.
Well, maybe don't put this in case he never writes back.
He might not. I don't know him. I've never met him, but I wonder if he knows about this phenomenon, because it's at this point
Well,
officially
he has
a
a lot
phenomenon.
of charisma and sexual energy. And,
No, but
you know,
so does Brad Pitt, and he's like a heartthrob. I'm saying it's not like it's just like, oh, he's a hunk, people think he's hot. These are like, this is, I think, the third person that we've encountered who had like a prepubescent sexual fantasy about one of his films.
No, I think Jim Carrey would love for us to interview him about how prepubescents want
Okay, fair enough.
sexually
Maybe
lose their virginity to him.
Okay, all right. I won't email his agent. Let's
Okay.
play another secret.
Good.
Hi, Natasha. Hi, Moshe. This is for the secret dump. I heard on 2 previous episodes about 2 individuals' sexual awakenings and felt obliged to call and say that my personal sexual awakening was Jim Carrey's Ace Ventura, Pet Detective. Thanks.
I can't. This is so insane.
Wait, hold on. Okay, I was going to say if it happened one more time, we'd have to get in touch with Jim. But
Well, I'm glad you didn't, because this would have felt set up if you had done that. That's crazy. Okay, this is insane. This is officially like a phenomenon.
Okay, well, how about if we get 3 more, then we'll contact
3
Jim.
more?
Well, I mean,
This is crazy. We got to contact him.
he was like a big comedy movie, cute comedy movie star in the 90s.
So
like,
was Billy Crystal. But we're not getting a bunch of Billy Crystal secrets.
Billy Crystal was not cute, and like
yes, he
was. Seemed like a dad.
What are you talking about? Like, this is not. Nobody's going like Jeff Daniels and Dumb and Dumber really got my juices flowing. This is the 4th. You're like looking at a miracle and denying its divinity.
Jim Carrey?
You're saying this is normal. This is anything but normal.
No, I hear you.
We gotta contact Jimmy.
Okay.
Jimmy C.
All right.
Let's see if we can get to him.
Give him a call.
Let's call him right now.
I don't have his number.
Oh, yeah, me neither.
And I don't
we
know
can
that
get
I've ever met him.
Yeah, but we're like 1 degree of separation from Jim Carrey. We got to be able to get through to him.
Okay, well, let's table that and hear another secret.
All right. If this one's about Jim Carrey, though, I will say, what should we do if this one's about Jim Carrey? Just so you know, we don't know what the secrets are going to be before we. Our producer vets them, and yes, she did set us up with a real 1-2 punch, a zinger, a banger of a zing, but we didn't know. So it could be that this next one. Let's find out.
Hi, Moshe and Natasha. I'm such a huge fan. I have a secret. I have a big tendency to land in long distance relationships. I'm actually working with
We're good.
on why I do that in my 12-step program. But one thing that I haven't told anyone is I was dating a girl. She was in Italy. I was living in Israel for an internship, and I was such a pussy. Oh my God, I couldn't break up with her, but I always felt so bad. She was so nice, but she was so needy and wanted me to FaceTime her all the time. So I made up that I kept Shabbat and would turn my phone off every Friday, but she didn't know anything about that. So I kind of extended it to most days, so I didn't have to FaceTime her and call or to answer text.
He's like, in my religion, it's 7 days.
Yeah, that's kind of my secret. I would not let her text me because I made up fake Jewish rules.
Wow.
Thank you.
That is wild. Then those of you that don't know, in Orthodox Judaism, from Friday sundown to Saturday sundown, you can't use electricity. It's 24 hours.
He told his girlfriend, who was not the same.
He's like, it's Friday sundown
religion.
to Friday sun up. Just to be, oh wow, that is.
But that's when you're in a relationship where you're just in it probably because you're having sex, right? So
No, she lived in Italy. He lived in Israel. The opposite.
But then why does he even want to have her be his
Guilt,
girlfriend?
I guess. Guilt. He felt guilt. He
Get
is
over
Jewish.
that.
And now that is a Jewish tradition he adhered to correctly. Well, Tasha, I'm glad that I don't feel the need to block your FaceTimes. I love FaceTiming you. I love facing you.
Oh,
Because I love you.
I love you.